On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, we are back with the Transporter Audi. In the last video it got detailed, now it's dirty again because it got driven. But today we're gonna fix the window problem. You can see there's handprints all over it from all of us trying to make this window stay up. What is going on, guys? I'm Watch Chair Go, and today I'm here with my 2011 Audi A6. We did the engine swap in. This is powered by the 3.0T, the supercharged 3-liter, and this is a fun car. So cool. We just got it detailed, and of course I was at Johnny's getting it realigned when we found out that the window just falls down if you don't have my... Yeah, that window's not connected to anything. So, our game plan today is to tear this door panel apart and replace it with a new regulator from my friends at Diamond Auto Parts. Now, I had a great plan. This car, one of my good friends that works on cars all the time, he's been in a few videos, said I'll take that as soon as you're done with it. So my plan was like, he's a car guy, he'll fix a window regulator. I'm not gonna mess with it. But then Diamond Auto Parts watches my videos and sent me the window regulator, so now we have to. So thank you guys for forcing me to do this work that I didn't have to do to sell the car. Anyway, let's get it knocked out. It shouldn't be too big of a deal, but man, this is one nice and very clean door panel. You'd almost think no one's ever sat in these back seats at all. Like, they are kind of flawless. And this door panel is also kind of flawless. So, I gotta figure out where the fasteners are. It looks like they're all hidden, maybe in this ashtray. Oh man, that ashtray even like, you don't flip it open, it flips itself open. I don't see a fastener in there. I'm gonna have to look up how this door panel comes apart. That is interesting. It's probably all push fasteners, but we'll figure it out just in case. There's probably a screw around the door handle area. Makes sense. Look at that linear illumination. So cool. Good job, Audi. There's the door handle illumination. This thing is sweet. All right, door panel fasteners in the C6A6, they're all hidden. So there's some here. There's some under the speaker grill, and there's one here. And you can see that hole, and there's one right there. So that is what we need to remove, and I'm gonna carefully do it with my trim tool here. We've got some Coyote Mustangs out there, as you can tell by the sound. All right, that worked out pretty well. There we go. It was already broken, unfortunately. This has definitely been out. There's evidence somebody tried to pry right there and did a little damage. It's fine. You'll never see that, but there's a screw right in there. There's a little notch right there that's perfect for getting your pry tool in and carefully prying, and then you just kind of wiggle that away. I even put silver inside there to make sure you got a reflector. So there's two more Phillips screws. Let's get a Phillips, and I think that's all we need to do to pull this out. I am very surprised all these screws are not Torx. It's kind of weird that there's Phillips screws in a German car. They just love to put Torx everywhere. And only two left after this. Doing this door panel requires a screwdriver that's almost 1 foot long, so make sure you have a 1 foot long number 2 Phillips. What I ended up doing was the Husky changeable driver here with an extension for a drill with a Milwaukee number 2 on the end. And I think we got it out now. I heard it clicking. So let's pull this door panel off. There we go. Grab all these screws as they fall, and we're about there. On the back side of the door panel, Audi has all kinds of fun stuff where you pull this out like so, and then give it a wiggle to release the door latch. Of course, get this door computer unhooked. Probably have to pull out, then push the tab, just kind of like that. And again, right here for the tweeter. Boom, door panel. Now to de-insulate the door and figure out what's going on with the window regulator. This is gonna take some trickery to demonstrate for you guys, but the motor back here is working perfectly. It may have been replaced. I guess it has an Audi logo on it, but it just looks to be in such good shape. So I'm going to actuate the switch for you right here. And you can hear that it thinks it's all the way up. And now it's trying to roll down. And then it stops after like a time. the glass never moves. So let's keep taking this thing apart. Got to be a broken cable. All right, we're pulling the window motor real fast to release the clip. Obviously, just push, and maybe use a screwdriver because you actually have to move that clip quite a bit. And here comes the motor. There we go, it stayed. Good job. Give this thing a wiggle. All right, we're out of there. And oddly, it looks like the worm drive and all of the actual gearing, the splines and everything, it's all in good shape. That is super weird and rare. But hey, it happens, I guess. Usually the spline drive or a cable is what's dead, but this one's in great shape. Good job, Audi. These probably has tight tolerances, honestly. What a crazy window regulator. So you have to take all of the trim off, and then this entire unit here is gonna slide out as a piece with the actual glass and the regulator. So we gotta pull all these screws right here, a bunch of Torx hiding inside. We've got 3 of the little ones, T20s, and then some gigantic Torx. Update, there's about 1 million fasteners in this window frame, and all of the trim has to be pulled off and put back with like double-sided tape because of course it's not actually reusable. I don't think there's any more screws in there, but there was a screw in there under a cap. And then there was a screw right there that had to come. There's one hiding right there inside the kind of crevice. That one comes out. And then this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and this one. Wish this thing would stop sticking itself back down. And now I'm getting the motor out. So use your Knipex pliers or needle nose and give it a squeeze and a wiggle. And that's it. I did all 3 of them, so now it's just hanging by the cables. Cool. All right. So I think if I have all the screws, this thing will come out now. This is the last one. It makes no sense, but the regulator is attached right there. So pull this out, and this whole thing should be free now. We're close, if nothing else. All right, all right. There she's going. But we got it out. Now it's time to replace the actual regulator and put this thing back together. This is one of those jobs that if you hadn't done it or seen it on video, you would not believe it if somebody told you that's how it happens. That is just absolutely wild. I'm tired after this. And we're back. It's time to actually get this glass and the regulator out of the window frame itself. So here we have 2 T20, T25. They're probably T25, but this 20 will get them right out. Yes, it did. Those aren't even that tight, and that should allow us to pull the glass out of the regulator here. So these flip over, these little things, and we'll pick the glass up and slide it out. You can see this thing wasn't connected to the cable, which is what's always broken on the Audis. Pretty common. And it will also allow us to do this. Slide this guy over here and set it aside. Here's some of the broken plastic. Lots of cool stuff in there. Anyway, now we're just gonna pull out this screw right here. I think that's the only thing holding the regulator on. And replace the regulator with the new one. Oh, there's a clip for the cable. Boom. Right rear. This is not ideal. And it turns out we have the wrong regulator. This says right rear. That's what I get for doing the work without checking the part. Oh man. I'm gonna see if I can like put something together and make it work. Maybe I can salvage the Traveler off of the new one and get it over onto the old one. Well, here's what broke. This ferrule there on the cable that's crimped on, it sits inside this little pocket right there. And there's supposed to be a little bit of plastic on each side of it, and that piece of plastic is that when I found it had broken off. So that's what, you know, captures the cable, so the cable has to move the Traveler up and down the rail. Unfortunately, the way they assemble it, it must be snapped together first, and then they put all the tension on the cable and everything like that, so there's no way I'm gonna be able to rescue this thing. I overnighted a new one, and of course overnight in Audi land means it won't be here until Wednesday. So this job became, you know, what should have been on any other car, any normal good car maker, GM, Honda, I don't care what it is, Toyota, 20, 30 minutes, multiple days. I mean, we're gonna be 7 days into it after parts delays. Oh well, we'll get it done, and we'll have it finished up next week. I'm kind of heartbroken by this thing. Oh well, we'll find another car and work on it. Unfortunately, that is it for today, guys. I have failed today. Don't forget to head on over to shop, watchjrgo.com, where you can get cool shirts, not like this. And please, like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. We got the yard mowed, and we just scalped it so we could get all the weeds out of here, kill off all the broadleaf stuff. So it was worth that. I got something done. I think we're gonna end up killing the entire yard and replanting so it can look nice and uniform. And I got a little bit more wall done. That one's 100% finished. Had to do some trimming, put all the stitchers in. I got a little bit of work done, so it's not that bad.